All right, family. The underlying energy. 9 of Cups. So this is about your heart's desire, your wish, your dream. Ooh. Underneath that's the 7 of Wands. Okay. And the 9 of Swords. Cappies. I swear. Consistently, I've seen the 9 of Swords come up in your readings. So you guys have literally a lot of stress. Please be sure to check your doctor. Not for, depression or antidepressants, but more so just to make sure your blood pressure is good. Because with all that stress, you got to make sure your health is good. I know we just left Virgo season, but, and that's really mainly about health. But I really feel like if you guys are going through so much stress right now, then it's really good to get somebody to make sure that your blood pressure, all those areas in your life are good. Because when you're stressed out, you could really cause some, you can really hurt yourself. But we're not talking about stress right now. We're talking about what you want. We're talking about what's in your heart, what you've been wishing on. And the Hangman coming up in your heart, the reading here is really concerning me because the challenge is a change of perspective. It's not necessarily waiting or being stuck in limbo. I mean, the challenge of it is to find the new perspective to get out of that situation, to get out of this non-moving situation. Because nothing's progressing, nothing's moving forward. You can't move forward when the Hangman comes up. Only then can you, when you get that new perspective, will things be able to progress. Which is what's crossing right at the moment is the 6 of Cups. The thing that's keeping you guys from truly being able to find this new perspective, or perhaps this, it'll be open to a new perspective, is the past. The past is standing in the way. Not that you haven't forgotten it, but perhaps maybe there's something to remember. Because the 6 of Cups is they're wonderful memories, they're sweet memories, they're happy memories, and I feel like, maybe there's something that, and it's because obviously if this was the situation that, if this was a situation that you may not wanted to, there's a situation, okay, what am I trying to say? When this kind of past comes up, there might be something here that you may need to see or remember from a different perspective. Maybe see something from someone else's point of view, or be open to the point of view of someone else, if not your own, or the situation itself from a different perspective, like I was saying. Now, if this was the 3 of Swords, like I've been trying to say, I've been having a hard time talking, but if this was the 3 of Swords, it will still not mean forget, but it would be more of forgiving and moving forward. This here is happy memories. So you don't need to forgive or to apologize or to, release, good stuff or good times. Maybe in some respects, in certain situations. Now, for some of you guys, it could be that maybe you're holding on to the fact that this is the only time you could ever have happiness, and which was in the past. That probably is something you may have to release. You may have to release. But the Hangman isn't about releasing. It's about surrendering to a certain perspective, leaving behind an old process, an old thought process, an old way of seeing something, and surrendering to that truth, surrendering to this new truth. And this has potentially to do with the past. It's just affecting your manifestation, which is affecting this 9 of Cups. Now, the 9 of Swords came up 3 cards underneath the underlying energy, which can indicate the past as well. So, for those of you that may have been stressed in the past, you may not be necessarily feeling it now, but I do get the sense that there may still have some small lingering effects, which means, and like, how do you mean? Well, because of the 10 of Wands that's underneath the foundation. And although this doesn't talk about stress, this is very physical, this is very exhausting and very burdensome, okay? Now, burdens can be stressful, but this is ending of a cycle here, leaving behind the stuff that was really too much to handle, too much to deal with, or even not worth the effort. Now, the 10 of Wands does not mean that the situation that you were dealing with before wasn't worth the effort. Not at all. What I am saying, though, that this was a situation where it became burdenous. It became a lot more than you maybe had even thought it could be. But you're able to take these wands to begin something new. Whatever it was in the burden, whatever this burden was in the past, I feel like you've crafted it to begin something new, to aspire to a new venture, a new passion, a new direction. And I like that you have more hope in this for the star. Now, the situation here is the challenge is to see things from new perspective, releasing, not releasing, surrendering this to the perspective we're having to do with the past. Perhaps, like I said before, if this was about you, like which I didn't, I'm pretty sure I said that, which was, this could be that you may believe that this is the only time you can have happiness. I don't think it's the case. I feel like it's just truly, this is truly opening yourself up to the potential of something new or something happening, maybe regarding the past, maybe regarding someone that you already know, or maybe already regarding feelings that you may have had in the past that became too much for you or just didn't work out. This Ace of Wands in the present now, this is the new beginning. That's the exciting part. You're starting something new, something fresh, something exciting, something that's emotionally driven. Something that truly screams Capricorn. You're the heart of Capricorn. Not just Capricorn, the heart of Capricorn. What does the Capricorn want? And perhaps you're beginning something new with someone from the past. Or maybe the thing that's really driving you is rekindling a fire between you and another person from the past. Because the Ace of Wands can be seen as a card. Not always, right? And that's predominantly not the meaning of it, but you can always see, like, it's a candle that's pretty much already been around for some time. It exists. You just have to light that baby up and watch it burn. It'll just, it's a torch. So, like, torches can be relit. And this is one of the things, right? It could be that this person is someone that you've been with before. And you may, this new beginning, it may have to do with this individual. But the surrendering portion of it could be that, like I said, it has something to do with the past, perhaps a burden, being overburdened with responsibilities and tasks. Maybe when you first had this connection, maybe a thought of relationships, when you had a relationship in the past, you were always burdened with other responsibilities and other tasks that perhaps you really didn't necessarily enjoy anymore. For some of you guys, it could be that there is this, there was a lot going on at the end of the day. You felt burdened. Perhaps the relationship itself was burdened. There's something here that caused a great deal of weight on yourself. And maybe you felt like you took on too much. That made the situation feel like it wasn't possible. But now you can come in with a new wand, with a new drive, with a new set of action, drive and oomph, I guess. Because how you see your future is beautiful. It's the star. It's a new beginning. And a new beginning with hope and dreams and healing of the past. Or the healing of what's happened. The healing period. I like this energy a lot. Especially because, one, this is the card for Aquarius. I tease you in Aquarius about being twin flames. Or potential twin flames or karmic relationships. Or being within a karmic relationship or soulmates or what have you. I love teasing you both. But all in all, seriousness and heart to heart from you and I, this is a beautiful thing to have in the future. Whether this is connecting back from the past, whether this is, believing and trying and recognizing that you can have something as beautiful as whatever it was in the past that you may feel was a burden in the moment, or even more so that you can have it better. You can have something that feels way more amazing than the first time. I don't think it ever gets old. And I feel like you believe it too with your goal, aim, ambition coming up. This is the creator. This is someone that manifests and builds something. And she's creative, man. She's amazing when it comes to her ideas and the things that she wants to aspire to create. I mean, look at this garden, right? It's not just wheat and a lavish forest behind her, but she's got a freaking stream, man. Like, nobody... I was looking at this card the other day, and I've been doing this tarot for so long, but to see the stream there, it's just like, of course, I forgot there was a stream in there. I was questioning myself. I'm like, did I ever realize that she had a stream back there? The whole point of it all is that she has everything she's ever wanted because she made it happen. She's the creator of it. The Emperor is the one that actually pretty much probably made it all happen because he can make plans and execute. She's more of the ideas, the abstract, the dreamer, the artiste. And you and everyone, and you especially, are artistic at heart. Even though you may not draw, even though you may not do sculptures, if you don't make music, you don't have to do any of those basic artsy things to be very artistic. You can use your practicality in such magnificent, beautiful, and artistic ways. it's just tapping into that creativity that's the most important. And I feel like that's the thing. Maybe this is about seeing your situation from a different perspective regarding how you felt about yourself, about taking care of yourself, maybe. It could also be, because the Empress talks about taking care of the self. I don't think this is about codependency, but I do maybe feel like this has to do with creation. Maybe you're having second thoughts about having children. Maybe you have second thoughts about having babies. It's very interesting, though, that kind of concept, because you have the Queen of Cups coming up in the external energy. Now, she is very motherly in itself. This is a card for Cancer, anyway. This is your opposite sign. And I feel like this is a new beginning in love. This is a new beginning in your 7th house. Of course, it's going to be a new beginning in your 7th house. By, like, November, Cancer is going to be on your 7th house. You're going to be the South Node with Pluto and Saturn just chilling in there. It's gonna be kind of rough. I get that, but one of the things is that you're ready to take on a new path. It's gonna be when I say it's gonna be rough, I mean like there's gonna be a lot of karmic challenges because Saturn is gonna be there, and there's gonna be a lot of growth that you're gonna get in that 1 year of Cancer being in the house, 1 year of the North Node being in Cancer. You're gonna develop as an individual, but we're not there yet. We're here in the present. We're here in the now. What we're focusing on right now is, all of us moving into the season of Libra, and the Queen of Cups coming up. You are starting a new beginning of love, but you already know what's in your cup. This could also be someone else. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but I don't think it's necessarily a water sign. Not for everyone, anyway. Because you have Taurus here, Aquarius. You got a lot of cards that would indicate otherwise. So there's not just water signs that are coming out. So for those of you that are watching for a water sign, this is your person. If those of you that don't have anyone in your life, this is you. Because you have to be loved before you can attract love. And I feel like that's the thing. You know what you love. I feel like you guys are becoming more aware of how you love yourself and manifesting what it is that you want. And most importantly, you know what's in your cup. You know what you want. The 9 of Cups. But it's perhaps maybe it's that new perspective that's needed here to be able to go and get it. Don't let the past keep you from going after your dream. Let the past be the influence and the drive to get you there. Now, your outcome is very interesting. You have the 10 of Swords, but I don't think it's bad. It may be something that it ends abruptly and very, probably harshly, but the good thing is that it ends and it's not, and it's done. It's not coming back up. The worst is over. You can't get any lower than this, family. And I feel like this may be your situation, right? It could be that there's somebody around you right now, or there's just something that's going on at the moment with this non-movement energy whatsoever, the stagnancy, but that's going to end soon. Because I feel like you're getting closer and closer to recognizing what this perspective is. And it's going to be different for every one of you Capricorns out there watching this. So I can't get too specific, and I'm not going to pull clarifiers for it because you have your own epiphany to find individually within yourselves. It's not going to allow you guys to be broad enough to figure it out for your own individual selves. And that's totally okay. So let's go ahead and pull your Romance Angels cards for this week. See where you guys are at. What's going on? Ooh, you guys got 2 cards. Sagittarius got 2 Wisdom and Oracle cards. Capricorn, you get 2 Romance Angels cards because they came out together. Very interesting. You guys have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. But this is a temporary separation. You see, realize this is time apart. That doesn't mean it's forever. It's measurable. That's what this means. The time apart that you have between this individual that you have here is measurable. Now, this could mean that you may be in the process of separating from somebody, or this could indicate here that whatever you have going on, maybe the separation that you have, which explains the same energy in a way, the separation, this period of time, the stagnancy within this relationship is coming to an end. Because this Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. It probably was, maybe that's what the separation is all about. Maybe the situation is that there wasn't something moving forward or growing within the relationship itself, but it will come. And you also have here, let your friends help you, which is saying ask for and accept help, accept support from others. Explains this 10 of Cups here. And the Empress of opposing the opposite from that. If the 10 of Wands is coming up, that does indicate here that you've got a lot on your plate and you're doing it all by yourself. And maybe you didn't have to. Maybe you don't have to. Maybe you never had to. But it could have been the pride. It could have been the wanting, the willingness, or the definite independence that you wanted to exert and prove to yourself. Either way, this is in the past now. Your burdens of responsibilities, you trying to tackle it on your own, has shown you a new direction. Let friends help you. Let people that love you help you. You do not have to do it alone. And that's perhaps the thing that's in the past that's kind of the hang-up. And two, you see there's two people in this card, not just one. He's giving the little girl flowers. How would the little girl know what perfect flowers to get her mom, lilies, if she didn't ask the little boy that worked with the flower man? She allowed this boy to help her. It's in the past now, sure. Maybe there was somebody that was trying to help you before. Maybe you're not open to the idea. Your wisdom of the Oracle card is imagine. That was underneath the deck. That's crazy. And imagine is talking about taking a moment to really see and dream and manifest what it is that you want. How do you manifest? Well, part of the manifestation progress is the dream. You have to know what you are trying to go for before you can go after it. But that's not the stops. That's not the end game. You can pray to God and all that stuff, but if you don't do the star, which as you see here in this card here, where there is giving and putting in effort into what it is that directly builds or goes directly affects the dream in a positive way of obviously to grow it, to get what you want, then you're only doing part of the job. It's not gonna make the factory work. But don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid to connect back to the energy in which you felt happiest. Not to conjure up someone, because conjuring is not a good idea. You don't ever want to conjure somebody. You wouldn't want somebody to do that for you, right? To do that to you. But it's the connecting with the feeling. It's different. A feeling doesn't have a face or a person or a gender or a race or a religion or a culture. It doesn't have it. You just feel those things. Like you can feel love for your sister, but you can also feel love for your friend. You don't want to have sex with any of those two, and you definitely don't want to develop in a relationship any further, but you still have love for them. You could laugh the same. It's about the feeling that's important. And I feel like if you focus on how you feel, I think that will break the dam that the Hanged Man is holding back. Which is this Ace of Wands, to be able to pursue the star. I'm excited for you, Capricorn, and I'm rooting for you on the sidelines. I would love an update, by the way, especially if you guys start proposing to people, because I need to know when you guys are going to get married. But I love y'all.